We have breaking news from the NHL. We have our first trade on the second day of the NHL draft. This one between the Ottawa Senators and the Los Angeles Kings. We'll discuss the deal coming up next. So welcome back to another video here at Top Shelf Hockey. As I mentioned, we have our first trade on the second day of the draft that actually involves an NHL roster player. We've actually had a few swaps as well, with teams swapping picks, moving back, getting extra assets of that nature. But this is our first one here on day two that involves an actual existing player. So the Los Angeles Kings have traded young defenseman Jordan Spence to the Ottawa Senators in exchange for 2 draft picks, one being a third-round pick in this year's NHL draft. It's the 67th overall, I believe, which was, I believe, an Avalanche pick originally. And they also get a 6th-round pick in next year's NHL draft. So clearly the Ottawa Senators looking for a young right shot D. They've actually starting to really add up to right shot D here in their system after drafting Carter Yakimchuk last year and Logan Hensel in the first round this year. But Spence, of course, is a little bit older than them, a little further along. We know in Los Angeles, between him and Brandt Clarke, the Kings kind of had to make a decision that basically one wasn't going to get enough playing time, so they're likely going to be moving one, and we knew that Clarke was considered more valuable to the Kings than Spence was, so we knew that they weren't going to trade him. It's not exactly a scenario where Spence asked for a trade, but I believe he's let it be known that he kind of would have appreciated more of an opportunity if that meant moving on, and something he was open to. 24, I think this is a little bit of Nick Jensen insurance as well. We know the right shot defenseman who came over and trade last year, played a real solid role for the Sens last year, but he's in his mid-30s now, coming off a really big surgery after dealing with hip problems in the second half of the season. So this clearly will create a little bit more depth on that right side of NHL experience, which is good. So if Jensen's not ready to start the year, Spence will get more of an opportunity. And then if and when Jensen's good to go, that just creates more strength and more stability on that right side. Probably create a little bit more of a competition, if you will, between him and Nicholas Matinpalo on that third pair. And even with Artem Zub and the other right shot D in Ottawa, he does tend to get hurt a fair bit. So I think there's a good opportunity there to have some extra insurance around. It's never a bad idea. And like I said, he's young enough, has a unique story too, being born in Australia. And just to me, is just a pretty low risk, low acquisition cost kind of pickup here. So pretty good deal overall for Ottawa. The Kings get a few draft picks for their troubles, and away we go. So let me know your thoughts on this trade. We'll discuss further. I'll be back later with more activity throughout the day and recapping some of the other players and picks going on here at the 2025 NHL Draft. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.